ahead.
Really loved how we started the game and really took control of the game. And I thought our defense was very good. We mixed our defenses up some, and our zone was pretty effective in the first half and played very well in the offensive end. I think we were 14 of 26 at halftime from the field, and so played really clean at that end of the floor. And it was nice to have that margin. And in the second half, in order to continue to play in this tournament, we understand that we got to take care of the ball better. And but they have good athletes, and they never gave in, and very instinctive, players, and really good basketball team. So it's exciting, to get this win, and happy for our guys, happy for our seniors, and so it's going to be exciting now heading to Tulsa.
So questions for Lugens and Xylon only at this point, right here on the aisle on the right.
Lugens, Hood Rubino, Devil's Digest. Just talk about the nasty fall that you took in the second half, and do you think it affected your play from that point on?
At first, I was just trying to go get the rebound, and then he didn't do it on purpose. He went out for the ball too. I was just a little higher than him, and I just fell. And then
I'm not surprised.
I had my knee in my butt a little bit, and I just had to walk through it, and then I was fine.
Here in front left.
Chris Cartman, Son of a Source, for either of you, just the decision to play zone and how you think that went. It seemed like early on you had them really off balance with your defense.
Lugens, can you answer that?
Can you say that again, please? My fault.
It seemed like you had them very off balance with your defense, switching up, going zone. They really struggled early on. Can you just talk about that?
Our scouting, we knew that they were a good team going one-on-one. And I just felt like by going on the zone, it was just kind of hard for them to get involved to the play and beat us one-on-one because we had to help.
Go around here. Here.
For both of you guys, not only playing in your first NCAA tournament game but winning your first NCAA tournament game, Coach said that was for him in coaching this game one of the more meaningful parts of it. Just you guys getting the opportunity. What was it like for you?
Lugens, can you start?
It was just great. I mean, we knew that at the beginning of this year, we knew that we wanted to do something special, and then getting some good wins like this, coming into a tournament and getting some tough wins like this, it's just great for us.
Silent?
I mean, first of all, just being out there was just a privilege for me. It was an unbelievable environment, unbelievable event, and as far as just getting a win, I mean, I'm gonna say that one's for the city. I mean, I've witnessed ASU go through so much in this tournament, and to be a part of the shift in culture is just an unbelievable experience for me.
Here in front right.
Carson Field, Devils in Detail. This is to either of y'all. Not being selected into the round of 64, but the first four. Do you guys come into this with a chip on your shoulder?
Silent.
I think we keep a chip on our shoulder naturally, regardless. But I mean, we were utmost grateful just to be selected at that point. I'm not sure if you've seen our video, but it was a lot of stress and just anxiety, not really knowing if we were going to get in. So. To be selected, regardless of where it was at, we were just grateful for it.
Here in front right.
Michelle Gardner, Arizona Republic. Guys, do you feel like you've kind of got the monkey off your back? This team won a postseason game now. It's been a while since the school won a postseason game.
I'm gonna say we didn't pack for just one game. We're really locked in. We're really focused, and obviously this is a big step in the right direction. But we're not content by any means. We're hungry for more, and we want to take the season as far as it can go. So.
Lugens.
Say that again, please.
He had to chase Samari Pons around all night, so he's a little bit tired.
Yeah, I'm a little.
Over here.
Hood Rubino, Devil's Digest Island. Were you surprised that you had issues rebounding with a team that you definitely had a clear height advantage against?
Yeah, but I mean, I can't have unbelievable rebounding games every game, so you just kind of got to take what you can get. Our guards, I want to say Rob had 6 defensive rebounds at half, so that just shows that our guards are coming in there and cleaning up, and I think I did a really good job boxing out and keeping my men off the glass, so I'm not really too concerned with numbers. As long as my team gets the rebound and we can go.
Chris Cartman, Son of a Source. Early on, you were scoring from the mid-post. You guys are getting the ball inside pretty consistently with a sharp focus on that. Can you just talk about taking advantage of that against an undersized team?
In these tournaments and in these games, you gotta exploit mismatches by any means, whether that's guard play or big play. And this game just so happened to be with us. So me, Romello, Daquan, we did a really good job in getting post position. We knew they were going to be a smaller lineup, and we just tried to take advantage of it. I missed some chippies. We all missed some chippies, but I think that was a point of emphasis going into this game, and I think we executed that pretty well.
Got time for one more? Right here.
Yeah, this is for Zylan. I saw at the end of the game you embraced Coach Hurley's brother. What's your relationship with Danny Hurley, and how cool was it to see him support his brother tonight?
Honestly, I thought it was Bobby, to be honest. No, I'm joking, but that was actually my first time personally meeting him. So obviously I've watched him since Rhode Island and at UConn this year, and he's an unbelievable guy. And anybody that's family of my coach is family to me. So I just wanted to do a good job in embracing him and pretty much letting him know that we appreciate the support flying out here. He didn't have to do that. So.
I'm going to top that. Zylan Lugens, thank you for your time. Good luck against Buffalo. All right, we'll open the floor for questions for Coach Hurley at this point. Right here on the right.
Bobby, you've called Remy Martin a warrior lately. Would you put Lou in that category?
Yeah, he's a freshman, and for him to deliver that type of performance, pretty special. Just alone for the amount of energy he expends on defense. He had some tough assignments tonight, and really, chasing Shamari Pons around, and then being able to make the plays he made on the offensive end. Just shows how elite he is a player, and I'm glad he has the opportunity to show the country that on this type of stage.
Here on the right.
Coach Trevor Booth, Devils in Detail. You didn't have the size last year with Z and Dort and some of those guys in order to create the rebounding edge that you were tonight and that physical edge. What did it say to have those guys tonight in order to have that strength and play better in this game?
I just think it's you could run offense through Zylan and even Romello White early, and we're able to take advantage of the paint some, more so early in the game than as the game wore on. But it established a focus of getting the ball inside, and then Lou is just a big guard that can move so well, and he's pretty nasty on defense. So when you have a guy like that, you could put him on any of the top perimeter players on a team, and he's going to make them work for everything.
We're here on the left first.
Chancellor Johnson, Cronkite News. Coach, your brother is often coaching at the same time as you, but tonight he obviously came out to support you. What does it mean to you to have him show up and support you in this moment? Yeah,
we're so close and we talk so much, and I'm sure he was very familiar with our team and our players, and just getting a chance to spend time with him this afternoon a little bit, it just means everything that he took the time out, and he's recruiting and as his seasons end and trying to rebuild UConn basketball, and he's going to be a major success there. But just looking over to him, I got a little strength. I usually only have my wife behind the bench to look at for strength in some tough moments, but it was nice to have more reinforcements, and to get a chance to see Dan after the game was awesome. I was able to watch his Creighton game a few years ago in the NCAA tournament, and it was I just so proud of watching him do his thing out there on the basketball court.
Yeah, right.
Coach, what about Remy's status? Obviously, he was not quite the same. We know he's been struggling with the groin. How healthy do you think he was today? And it seemed to affect you guys' play when he wasn't in the game.
Yeah, as we had control of the game, I was trying to get him in and out of the game as I needed, because the last thing I wanted to do was give him a chance to re-injure himself and re-aggravate that injury. So, I thought he moved fairly well at times. He just, he didn't get any reps in practice for a couple of days until the day before, so I'm sure that had some impact. But he's one of the toughest kids I've ever been around, and he'll tell me he's getting close to 100%. I don't know if he's being completely truthful when he says that, though.
Here in the back left.
You consider it an insult or a compliment that one of your players confused you for your brother?
What's up?
Is it an insult or a compliment that Zylan confused you for your brother?
Yeah, our mannerisms are a lot, very much the same, especially on the sideline. And they, I make those guys watch UConn basketball and Rhode Island basketball. Last year, I had them watch how hard Rhode Island defended to try and get us to defend as hard as Rhode Island did. So I'm sure they love the handshake line with Syracuse earlier in the year when my brother had the exchange with his player, and then quickly got back to business and shook Coach Boeheim's hand. It was one of their favorite moments, our guys. So I may not have directly answered that, but that's what I got.
A chance to play your old Buffalo and Oates, and what do you think about seeing those guys?
I mean, it's more for me just to. I said it after the game. I love coaching these guys. They're such a fun group to coach, and they got a bunch of winners, and just we don't want the journey to end, and that's what it's about this time of year. You just gotta keep making plays and attack each game, and I haven't really had a lot of time to think about how I'm going to feel, on Friday. But, Nate and I spoke, and we both agreed that we're really good friends, and we both helped each other tremendously in our careers, but that's probably not going to matter a whole lot on Friday.
Last two here and on the line.
Bobby, when you and Nate know each other so well, what does that do in terms of the gamesmanship or just the XO component of a game like this?
Yeah, we have a tendency just to watch our teams more when we can, and we're both really busy with our own seasons. But Nate's only a notch behind how I watch UConn. I watch just about every UConn game, so I try and watch Buffalo when I can and root for him. But there are some elements of offense that I've did at Buffalo with Nate, and then there are a lot of other things that I've done since I've gotten here. So there's been some change in what we do at that end of the floor, and I just know for sure watching Nate Oates' teams is they really take on his character and his personality by how hard-nosed he is and how fiery he is, and his kids play extremely hard, and they have a chip on their shoulder. The whole mid-major thing, I think they're tired of that. So it's going to be a heck of a game.
Last one.
Coach, 21 turnovers tonight. What needs to be done to cut down on that number as the competition increases?
I think we were a little uncharacteristic with just being slightly careless, and we had the big lead, and give St. John's credit for just never giving in and really battling through that game and trying to generate those turnovers. It's what they do very well, and so and maybe not having Remy as good as he normally would be against pressure. He would just dribble through everything, and we may not necessarily have that luxury right tonight. So we'll look at all the turnovers and try and make some adjustments.
Bobby, thank you.
Thank you
Good
very
luck
much.
against Buffalo.